Trinidad and Tobago's Court of Appeal is in no rush to rule on whether a High Court judge erred in not dismissing a lawsuit over the appointment of Watson Duke as Deputy Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly while he still held the presidency of the Public Service Association. Justice Dean Armorer says deep issues, which will take a while to fully process, means that a judgment in the matter could take up to 6 months to deliver. In addition to being president of the PSA at the time of his appointment as deputy in the THA, Duke was also serving as a member of the Registration, Recognition and Certification Board under the Ministry of Labor. Appellate judges Mira Dean Armorer and Malcolm Holdip heard submissions in a virtual hearing of the procedural appeal on Tuesday, after which the justices expressed their wishes to devote their full attention to the matter. Former Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi filed the lawsuit last December following Duke's victory in the THA elections on December 6, 2021. Duke was given a 3-month window by THA Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, within which he was to have left his posts at the union and on the RRCB, but Al-Rawi contended that Duke needed to make the transition immediately. Duke stepped down from both posts less than a month after the election, following which he, Augustine, and the THA filed for the case to be dismissed, saying that at that point it had become a purely academic exercise of no practical significance. Justice Margaret Mohammed, in a preliminary decision in April, struck out the application for dismissal, saying that she still had not ascertained whether Duke's weeks of serving in all 3 posts before his resignation was in breach of the THA Act and the Industrial Relations Act. The appellants hold that Justice Mohammed was wrong to have come to her conclusion, with senior counsel Ramesh Lawrence Maharaj, representing the THA, arguing that while the case may have been valid at the time it was filed, after Duke's resignation, it became a waste of time. Senior counsel John Jeremy, lead attorney for the team representing THA Chief Secretary Farley Augustine, added that the judge had listed his client as a defendant in the matter. Senior counsel Fayad Hussain on the respondent side actually agreed with opposing counsel that a legal precedent may not have been followed by the lower court judge to determine whether a potentially academic claim could still be prosecuted. However, he argued that Duke's case was in fact not an academic issue and therefore should still be heard by the court, and suggested that the Court of Appeal could substitute its own argument in support of Justice Mohammed's decision. Hussain also proposed that the court scrutinize Duke's behavior before he ultimately complied with requests to resign to determine whether it was unlawful. That is not how you conduct yourself in public life, Hussain argued. It requires a higher ethical standard. The appeals court decision will come at a time when Duke occupies none of the 3 positions currently under discussion. Last month, he resigned as THA Deputy Chief Secretary after bickering with his chief and fellow party colleague Augustine over the handling of funds for a group of folk performers from Roxborough in Tobago.